Hey, you guys, it's Matt Frazier, the psychic medium, and I am live right now. So come on in and join me. I want to talk to you guys about skeptics, non-believers, and people who just don't believe in psychics and mediums in the afterlife. Now, this is something that you guys ask me about all the time is, Matt, how do you handle the skeptics? How do you handle the non-believers? How do you handle someone who comes in and doesn't believe in you or doesn't believe in what you say? Well, what I first want you guys to know is that it doesn't matter if someone believes in what I do or not. My job as a psychic medium is to be a voice for those who have passed on and to deliver messages. And what I want you guys also to know is that your loved ones don't care. You know, your loved ones in spirit don't care if you believe in connecting with the other side, if you believe in connecting with the afterlife, but they do care about one thing. They do care about getting a message to you, or at least trying to get a message to you. So even if someone doesn't believe in the afterlife, the other side, connecting with the other side, your loved ones in spirit will still try to attempt to get messages to you and speak to you through a medium like myself, or through signs, through dreams, or any way that they can to get your attention. So I actually want to share with you guys a reading that I just recently did for this man who came in and see me. It was actually funny because he came to see me during an online reading event. His wife actually dragged him. His brother came through. He got this amazing reading from his brother, but still walked away skeptical. It was amazing because he had this most profound reading with me. His brother came through, and it was just this really heavy and deep reading. And then after that had happened, grief started to set in, and he started to question, like, was that really my brother? Was Matt really talking to him? What if he Googled it? What if he looked it up? Like, all these different thoughts were coming to his head, right? So it's amazing because he decided to attend again and see what would happen a second time. So we attended another online reading, and the second time that he attended, his father came through with a whole different message, and it completely changed him. I got to share with you this because, a lot of times people come to a medium, right? And they think that as a medium, I'm here to do, one thing, and that is help them reach who they want to on the other side. But really, what really happens is when you come to a medium, you allow the other side to reach you. And when you come to a medium like myself, my job is getting through as many messages as I can from your loved one in spirit. I never hold back a message. I never hold back on what your loved ones tell me. And what I try to do as a medium is I try to bring up as much information as I possibly can. So I want to share with you this reading because you're going to notice that in the beginning of this reading, right, it didn't go as planned for him. I started to read for him in the beginning of the reading. He didn't want to hear anything that I had to say. And I love that. You guys gotta know I love the skeptical readings. I love when people come in and they're like, no, I don't know. No, I'm not sure. Right? But what's amazing is that I always know what the other side is telling me. And your loved ones in spirit are always 100% correct when they're coming through with the message. Now, sometimes, I might misinterpret what they're saying, but meaning that, that's the reason why psychics and mediums are, only 90%. The other side is always 100%. Psychics and mediums are usually 90% accurate in the reading because when I see something, right, I'm interpreting what your loved ones are saying. It's almost like when you're converting a language. When you're speaking Italian, going from Italian to English, right, 90% is going to be correct, but when you are translating, big paragraphs or big things, there's, that little margin where things don't interpret right. It's almost like, for example, when I was a little kid, right, my Italian relatives used to tell jokes with one another in Italian. And they used to laugh, and they used to be dying laughing. I used to be like, oh, tell me in English what you're saying. And they would tell me in English, and it wouldn't be funny. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Why are you guys laughing? And they used to say, well, you don't understand. They used to be like, the thing is that when you convert it into English, it's not funny anymore. And I could never figure that out because I didn't speak a different language. But now when I connect with the other side, and I'm literally a translator for your loved ones, I understand that more than ever. So first of all, I know Mercedes is going, wow, 2 readings back to back. That's almost unheard of. Well, actually, it's actually really common. There's many people who attend my online readings. The first time they might hear from their mom that had passed away. The next time they might attend, they might not hear from anybody at all. And then they might attend again and hear from their brother and their sister that had passed. It's amazing because your loved ones take turns when you come to see a medium over who's going to step forward, what message they're going to deliver, and what message you need to hear at this time. So I want to share with you this reading that I did for the skeptic. I actually have the video for you guys who came to the online group reading. He came the first time, was convinced But then a couple weeks went on and he was like, I don't know, right? And then came again, and I got to tell you, his dad was able to break through and blow his mind, or else I think so. You guys tell me what you think about this. You guys tell me what you think about this. And what I also have to tell you is this. While I'm waiting for a few more people to join, just an FYI, I am back on tour. I am so excited. And you guys, this week I'm heading to the West Coast. I am coming to give live readings at the Venetian in Las Vegas, okay? Here's the tour dates. I'm coming to give live readings at the Venetian in Las Vegas. I'm actually heading to Las Vegas this week, and I will be at the Venetian. Hold on, I got to pull up the dates because I don't want to give you the wrong dates. On the 21st and the 22nd. So the 21st and the 22nd, I'll be giving live readings at the Las Vegas Venetian. Guys, there's only about, I want to say a handful of seats left to these two shows. We are going to sell out. So if you can make it to see me live in Las Vegas at the Venetian, if you can make it July 21st and July 22nd, you got to get your tickets right now at meetmattfrazier.com. Then I'm coming to Sacramento, California, Santa Rosa, California, Northfield, Ohio, Erie, Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Detroit, Michigan, Moncton, Canada, Harris, Michigan, Omaha, Nebraska, Laughlin, Nevada, and did I say Santa Rosa? I said Santa Rosa, California. So if you can make it, that's where I'll be. But more importantly, if you can meet me this week I'm coming live to the Las Vegas. I'll be giving live readings at the Venetian. And everyone thinks Las Vegas, they think it's going to be this huge event. It's not. The Las Vegas Venetian is the smallest event that I do on tour. It takes place in the Summit showroom. It's a small, intimate showroom. You guys, if you can make it to that show, you've never heard me talk up a show before like this one, because that's my favorite place to go and to give readings at, because it's just so small and intimate. It feels like you're in someone's living room. So if you can come and join me, you can reserve your spot at meetmattfrazier.com. There's only a handful of tickets left, so I really hope you can join me. I'll be heading out this week, and I hope to see you there. All right, so for all of you here, here's a reading that I did for a non-believer. Like I said, he attended the event from the first time, attended an online reading with me, heard a message from his brother, was completely mind blown, and then walked away and started not to believe it anymore. And that's what grief does to us, right? That's the reason why some people are non-believers, because you can give them as much information as you can, right? But then it's up to them to believe. It's up to them to accept it. So long story short, he decided to attend a couple months later. He attended again a couple months later to see what would happen. And this time his dad came through. And I want to share with you this reading because I know that sometimes, everyone has a hard time believing, especially when you lose a loved one. You can have the most faith in the world, but wonder, is heaven real? Is there an afterlife? Is there another side? So this guy attended both and heard a message twice. I want to share with you. And I think it also will show you about how each reading can be different. So take a look. And by the way, I even forgot that I had read for him. I had no idea when I gave this reading because, obviously it was many months ago that his brother came through, and just a little while ago, his dad came through with this amazing message. So I want to share it with all of you. And if you would like an online reading with me, I want you to know that I have 2 online readings available in August 26th and August 27th. They're up on my website right now, meetmattfrazier.com. That's how this man got a reading. So for all of you wondering, all the online readings that I do, those are not private readings. Those are online group readings. So this man just paid $19. This was the message that he received the second time from his brother. Take a look.
Oh, Joe, he's my husband.
Hi, Joe. How are you?
How are you?
Good. So first of all, there's a couple souls that I'm hearing from on the other side. So first of all, did your father depart?
My father?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
He's here. Because he kept saying to me, Matt, that's my son. That's my son. And first of all, I got to tell you, sir, you've had a lot of loss within your life when I'm connecting. Because right away when I'm connecting with you, there's a lot of souls that are here with you. And I'm not just talking family members. There's also friends of yours that had passed that I see that are around you in spirit. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
And it's really sad because these souls are coming through to me all at once. And it's a little bit overwhelming to me because they're coming through all at once and saying, Matt, you need to let him know that we're here. And all your friends are together. And they're telling me that, first of all, you lost a lot of friends through addiction issues and through alcoholism here in the physical world. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
And what's really sad is that each one of them is stepping forward and telling me that you were like their light at the end of the tunnel. That here in this world, like you've taken on this stance and this role where you've tried to help people, right? From going down the road of addiction and to get their lives back because of addiction. Do you understand that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And it's really tough because when I'm connecting, I see all of these souls that are here that are acting like guardian angels around you. Because when you do something nice for someone, even if they didn't know what you were doing here in this world or they didn't acknowledge it here in this world, on the other side, they will know the things that you've done for them. And you're very protected by all of these souls. But
That's good. That's good.
But I also have to tell you, by the way, you also have your dog here. Your dog also passed.
Which one?
It's this dog that's here. It was a girl dog, a female dog that's here. It looks like it was a oh my God, hold on a second. It looks like it was a pit bull when I'm connected. Did you have a pit bull mix?
A long time ago.
Please know that soul is here, because I just saw that soul also step forward.
That's my number.
Your father is the first one to speak when I'm connecting. Because right away, when I'm connecting with your dad, he's telling me that the two of you had a rocky relationship here in the physical world. He says, I'm sorry, what?
No, go ahead. No, I'm listening.
He says to me when I'm connecting, he says, Matt, the one thing that I want to let my son know is that I loved him here in this world. He says, but the one thing that he's bringing through is that he wishes that he was more of a father figure within your life here in the physical. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Your dad says to me that the one thing that he needs you to know is that you made him proud every single day. But when I'm connecting with your dad, he also tells me that he was a hard person to please when I'm connecting with him.
Yeah.
And your father also tells me, Matt, he says, I had many issues of my own. And that's what he's here to talk about. When I'm connecting with your father, right away, souls will put me back in their body and they'll start to make me feel what they went through. And when I'm connecting with your dad, he shows me that he had problems in multiple parts of his body here in the physical world. And for some reason, there was an issue with your dad when it came to medication. Were they changing medications on him, or what was the issue with him taking multiple medication?
Not really. I mean, he had heart problems, so that's about it.
Your dad showed me when I'm connecting with him, I see 6 different medications in front of him, all prescribed, that he's telling me he was supposed to be taking or that he was supposed to be on before his passing. Do you know about that?
No, I mean, knowing him, he probably didn't take them because he was stubborn. You know?
Okay. Please know this is something, because when there's something about how your loved ones pass or what happens to them, right? Your loved ones will come back and talk about it. And your dad keeps saying to me, Matt, please let my son know this. He says, when I'm connecting with him, he tells me that he was sick of being sick here in this world. And he keeps bringing me back to this medication because I know that he wasn't taking it correctly. And I also know that he wasn't taking it because of the fact that he thought, these are his words, not mine. He thought it made him feel sicker here in this world. Does that make sense to you?
A little bit, yeah.
You're telling me a little bit, but your dad's coming through with this.
Yeah. No, I understand. No, I mean, my dad, he died of cirrhosis,
Okay.
So, I mean, it was a drinking problem,
But do you also understand about the health issues that he had?
Yeah.
So
sure.
you can understand there's 2 sides to every story. And do I know that your dad was a drinker here in the physical world?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Do I know that that's the reason why you cleaned up your life because of your dad? Absolutely. Do I also know that that's the reason why you've helped all these people who had died, your friends and people around you, because you've seen this all your life? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I also know that you went through a problem with this before as well, where you had to help yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Please know this. Your father's here because he says to me that he has to explain what happened with him. And this is a side that I don't know if you got to talk about with him or not, but your dad tells me that he suffered from drinking here in this world. He tells me that he cleaned up his life or got away from it and went back to it. Is that true?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, somewhat.
I'm asking your dad, why didn't you drink? And I will
You know
ask
what?
spirits.
He drank because he was a funny guy. He was a good guy, Always
Wait a
happy.
minute.
Always
You're not
happy.
letting me
No,
spin
he
it.
was always happy. Always a happy guy.
The drinking made
Yeah.
him happy.
Yeah, it did.
But listen,
Irish, German,
I'm going to tell you the real reason why your dad drank. Because I know, because he's telling me. And listen, at the beginnings, did I think that he drank just to drink? Absolutely. But at the end, your father was in a lot of pain. He was in a lot of pain throughout his body. And he keeps showing me the bottles and saying to me, Matt, this was the only thing that made me feel better. This was the only thing that worked. So this is what happens. Being a psychic is like being a detective. And you might not agree with what I say, but I have to tell you everything that your loved ones tell me. And I'm here to tell your dad's story because he just showed me the pill bottles that came up and saying to me that he wouldn't take his medication because it wasn't helping him. But he would go and he would drink here in the physical world because that helped his pain. This man had major pain throughout his body, he shows me.
He did. Yeah, he definitely did. He had gout, stuff like that.
He shows me. And also, this is going to sound really weird to you. Okay. And I don't even know what I'm seeing. Okay. This is one of the things I don't understand. When I'm connecting with your dad, I keep feeling all this neck pain here. Did he have like a fractured vertebrae? Was there something in his neck that he had?
I don't think so.
It's weird. I feel this pain right up here that he's making.
Or maybe he did. You just didn't know.
Maybe I didn't know about it. Something maybe in the military or something. I don't know.
Whatever it is, it's showing me from my neck and it's going down my spine. And your father saying
my brother, you read me before, and my brother died of a blockage right behind his head.
Shut the hell up. That's probably what I'm feeling. Because when I'm here, I feel spirit, and that would be it. So who came through for you the last time?
My brother. It was my brother Dave.
He had just passed too.
So you attended before. Your brother came through.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
But not your dad. And now you're here again, and your dad's here.
Yeah,
this is why I tell
right?
people. People get so upset with me when they come for a reading, right? And they don't hear from the person they want to hear from, but they hear from somebody else. And I'm like, listen, just because your dad didn't step forward doesn't mean he's not here, right? It just means there's a message. But please know that today your father's here because he's coming through with one message. He says, Matt, you need to thank my son for the way that he had loved me, for the way that he had cared for me, and also for the way that you stepped forward for the rest of your family. Your dad says to me that you took the role that he should have taken within life here in this world. And that's what he needs you to know. So please know that every day that goes by, your brother and your dad are there and with you. They are watching over you. And even though, right now you're very protective of your dad because he's showing me about you making the excuses for him. He wants you to hear it from him today about how much that he loved you and cared about you. And letting you know that he is okay. There's one other thing I got to tell you. He's also telling me Bill. Is there Bill or Will?
Bill. Billy?
Bill.
Yeah, Billy.
His friend Billy died.
Your friend Billy died?
Yeah.
He's also here because he keeps whispering that name in my ear. He says, please tell him Bill says hello. Bill says hello.
Oh my God.
What the fuck?
So no, it's his way. And your friend Billy is a hot shit. He goes, Matt, how many readings does this man have for him to stop being a skeptic? He says, he tells me that. He tells me that I read you. He tells me that I read you, and then you talk shit behind my back. He's telling me. He says to me that you'll go and you'll say, yep, and then I'll read you, and then he tells me right after this reading, Matt, he'll say, oh, but he could have just been saying this, or this could have been this, and I don't know. He was a little off.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
What do you mean it's funny? Billy's telling me all your shit. He tells me.
Billy actually shot himself.
Well, listen, he didn't tell me how he had died, but he is telling me all about you and what you say when my back is turned. So please know it's his way of letting you know one thing.
That's crazy.
I don't care if you believe in me. I don't care if you believe in me.
No. Hey, the last time was incredible too.
No, you were right on the last time. Yeah. I believe in you 100%.
Well, I didn't ask you if you believe.
No, I do. I definitely do.
He does too. He just won't admit it.
No, I do. I definitely do, man. I admire what you do. For sure, man. Definitely. Thanks.
But listen, no, seriously, I want you to listen for 1 second. I don't care if you believe in what I do, but what I do care about is you knowing that these people are here. Because at the end of the day, you might come to me for a reading, or you might be dragged into a reading by your wife or whoever, but you're going to know that at the end of the day, I also have a job to do in terms of representing your dad, your brother, and your friends and getting these messages through. So please know that these are the messages that they have for you. And please know that by you being here, they've been waiting so long to deliver this and to let you know that they're there. So even Billy is there on the other side. You guys, that was literally one of the online readings that I absolutely love because as Sally said, she goes, oh my God, Spirit's trying to make him believe. He had his dad come through, his brother come through, and his friend come through by name, not to mention all these other souls that would tell me that they were there and with them. And he still had such a hard time believing. This is what I want you guys to know. It's the reason why when I'm delivering messages, even if someone doesn't believe or doesn't, want to believe in what I say, I still deliver every single message and tell you what your loved ones have to say. Because at the end of the day, I can't make somebody believe, right? I can't make somebody believe a message from their dad or their mom or their sister or their brother. It starts with us. It's a journey that we go through. But, I believe that a reading is a tool in the toolbox. And as you see, I believe that this reading opened up his eyes in so many different ways. And it also showed him that not only was his brother there, his dad was there, and his friend that had passed was there as well. What I want you guys to know was this. is that it doesn't matter if someone believed in the other side or didn't believe in the other side, right? Is that if there is a message from a loved one, they will come through. And I also want to share this because this is the reason why certain souls come through during certain readings. Like I said, the first time I read for him, a couple years ago, his dad came through and then he attended again. And this time his brother came through, and this time his dad, his brother, and his friend were all coming through. Because the souls want you to know that they're okay. They want you to know that they're at peace. And more importantly, they use me to deliver those messages. So I'm letting you know this because the saddest thing is that sometimes people will attend an online reading, right? And they'll hear from someone, but they won't hear from everybody. And they'll walk away upset, or they'll be like, oh my God, Matt, my dad didn't come through, or my mom didn't come through. And then they won't attend again. And that's the saddest thing. This is proof right here. This man attended the first time, heard from his brother, was wondering, how come my dad didn't come through, right? Then this time his dad and his friend came through, and that dog that had passed away. What I want you to know is that spirits come through at different times during a reading. Sometimes they'll come through right away after they're passing. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. Sometimes you might come to a medium like myself and hear a message from your dad. Next time you might not hear from anybody. The next time you attend, you might hear from a grandmother or a sister or a friend. But what I want you to know is that the messages are meant to do one thing. They're meant to help you to heal and to show you that there is life after death. So what I want you to know is that if you would like a reading with me, okay, maybe you attended before, maybe you didn't hear a message, maybe you attended before, maybe the person you wanted to come through didn't, right? Take this as your sign. This happens every single day. And I see people attending multiple times and getting multiple messages. I see people attending, hearing from their mom one day, they attend again and hear from their son or their daughter or vice versa. And, the saddest thing is I see so many of you guys leaving me comments saying, Matt, I would really want a reading with you. I would love to book a reading. How do I book it? Well, that man only paid $19 for a reading. And every single person on my YouTube page, on my Facebook page, my TikTok page only paid $19 for a reading. These all happen live online. They're online group readings. And when you purchase your online ticket for $19, it secures your spot to take place in a live online reading with me. So here's how to do it. All right. I only have 2 dates left in August on my website. I will not be adding any more. These are the last 2 dates. August 26th and August 27th. And tonight is the last night to sign up for August 26th. We are almost sold out. So if you would like to sign up, you got to head to my website right now, meetmattfrazier.com, meetmattfrazier.com, and click on online readings. I'm letting you guys know this because I don't do private readings anymore. I only do these online readings events because, during these readings online, I've been able to read over 1,000 people. And this, like I said, the sad part is I see so many people getting readings. And I also see so many people on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok that write to me every day and won't attend. And that's the saddest thing, because when you don't attend, right, you don't open yourself up to receiving a message from a loved one. There's no way I can read you unless you attend a live event or an online group reading. So that being said, if there's someone that you want to hear from, I really hope that you'll come and reserve those last 2 dates because space is limited and I can't let everybody in. So for example, right now I'm live. There's over 1,000 of you right here, right now. Not all 1,000 of you will be able to sign up. The website won't let you. Some of you will get in, some of you won't. So meaning that once we hit capacity, that's it. The website will say, sorry, no more tickets are available. So if you would like to attend an online reading with me and be part of an experience like that man did, just head on over to my website, meetmattfrazier.com, because I'm doing these readings for a limited time to do one thing, to get to as many of you as possible. So I really hope you'll take me up on that opportunity. And what I also want you to know is the other way to get readings with me is to come and see me live on tour. This week, I'm heading to the West Coast. I'm coming to give live readings in Las Vegas. I'll be at the Las Vegas Venetian. Then I'm coming to Erie, Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Laughlin, Nevada. I'm coming to Detroit, Michigan, Moncton, Canada, Harris, Michigan. So Santa Rosa, California, can't forget. But if you can make it this week to Las Vegas, I would love to see you. And listen, maybe you know somebody in your house that needs a reading. For example, that man was dragged to that online reading by his wife. But twice he had someone come through for him. He had his brother come through, he had his friend come through, and he had his father come through. So maybe there's someone that you know that really needs this right now. Maybe you know someone who had lost a son or a daughter or a husband or a wife and really needs to hear a message. Try attending with them. What I can tell you is this, is that sometimes grief blocks us from believing. It blocks us from believing in heaven, the afterlife, the other side. But I promise you one thing. I promise you that heaven is real, the afterlife is real, and I'm not going to stop until I get their messages heard here in this world. So that being said, I really hope to see you guys live online. My website is meetmattfrazier.com. There's only a few spots left. And I wanted to share this with you because I always love these readings. I love the readings that when people come into Skeptic and you can see them just change right before your eyes. And sometimes people are very skeptical like that man. But like I said, what the thing that's most amazing is that even if you're a skeptic here in this world, even if you're not a non-believer here in this world, your loved ones in spirit will still try to reach you. They'll still try to get messages to you, and they'll do everything that they can to make sure that you know that they're there and watching over you if there's a message that has to be delivered. And oh my God, it just came through. I just saw that Tanya just signed up for the next online reading. It also just popped up and said Lisa just signed up. So for those of you guys who are attending with me, I'm going to be looking for you guys live online. I cannot wait. I know August 26th seems like a long time away, and August 27th, but literally, guys, it's literally just a few weeks away. So if you can make it, head on over to my website, meetmattfrazier.com, and reserve your spot. Because if there's one thing I know that all of you heard about me, found me for a divine reason. I feel like all of you were brought into my life for a reason. I feel like that I'm the one who has to deliver you a message from a loved one. And that's the reason why I've kept these online readings only $19. Because the saddest thing is so many people write to me and say, Matt, I can't afford to be a part of an event. I can't afford to be a part of a reading. Well, for $19 you can. You just got to go to meetmattfrazier.com. So that being said, for those of you who have been really suffering with grief, for those of you who have been really wanting to connect with a loved one, you don't have to go through that suffering. Come and join an online reading. Come and take part in this and experience the other side yourself. It's an amazing experience, and I hope to see you there. And more importantly, I hope that I can deliver a message that will open your mind just like that man that I was reading for. So I want to thank you guys all for the likes, for the shares. I want to share that experience with all of you. And more importantly, I thought it was really opening for him because, you know, as much as he was trying to resist, as much as he was trying to fight it, there was so much information and so many validations that his dad and his brother and even his friend that had passed were coming through. I mean, what type of readings do you get when you have a friend come through, a dog come through, a father come through, and a brother come through? It was heaven's way of trying to convince him in the worst way. And I don't know if he ended up believing or not. He said that he did. But I'm really hoping that this message helps him to heal. And I know that even if he's skeptical at heart, or pretends to be skeptical at heart, I know that this reading had an impact on his life. And that's why, that's the reason why I love reading people who aren't sure what to believe, aren't sure if there's a heaven, if there's an afterlife. So, you know, recently, a lot of you guys have been writing to me too, saying, Matt, well, if I'm a skeptic, I'm not sure if I believe I'm on the fence. Can I still attend? Absolutely. Would love to have you. Don't let that stop you. Come and attend. Meetmattfrazier.com. And more importantly, I hope that this reading inspired you in some way. I want to thank you guys all for the likes, for the comments, for the shares. And more importantly, I cannot wait to see you live online or in person. All right. I will see you soon.